We are the restaurant brokers, and we sell restaurants.
We started the nation's largest restaurant brokerage firm over a decade ago.
Atlanta, Georgia was our starting point, but our brand is spreading nationwide. We define restaurant brokerage and help buyers just like these.
Our dream, our goal, open up a restaurant, loving life, serving people breakfast and lunch, and then enjoying the rest of the day with them and ourselves.
Buying an existing restaurant, leasing a closed restaurant space, or purchasing a restaurant franchise. We help buyers satisfy their appetite for acquisition.
I'm part of a husband and wife team with this fella.
Working with my wife has been a lot of fun. The ultimate goal for everybody here is to make this work. And because we have different strengths, we bring different angles to the deal.
The process begins with our powerhouse website, WeSellRestaurants.com, where buyers sign online confidentiality agreements and browse restaurants for sale.
Then we send buyers undercover to check out a restaurant and decide if it's the right one for them.
Buyers get our proprietary business analysis tool with all the financial details on the business for sale.
After studying the restaurant inside and out, it's back to our office.
We're deal makers. We write contracts and negotiate terms for buyers and sellers. That's why we sell more restaurants than any other firm in the nation. We are the restaurant brokers. Our name says it all. You're back on the air with Eric and Robin Gagnon, the restaurant brokers. We are talking with extraordinary James Beard Award nominees. Join us this week and every week as we satisfy your appetite for acquisition, feed the need for restaurant reality, and serve up a recipe for business success. So James Beard Award nominees, Justin Woodward, J.J. Johnson, and Frank Fronda. Eric, what do you want to kick off by asking these guys? It's not often we get them all on one panel, can ask such an illustrious group of chefs some questions.
I agree, and I'm also very competitive, and I don't believe that everybody gets a trophy just by participating, and I know that's the case in the James Beard. So I want to know, what do you get? You get a trophy, you get a plaque, and what do you exactly get besides the letter, and what do you do with it? Frank, why don't you start us off?
Well, I want to say I would get a silver spoon. Wouldn't that be cool?
I like that. We should start our own awards here.
Yeah. Maybe we should call James Beard Foundation and let them know that that's what we would love.
Right.
Well, you really get out of the experience just an incredible acknowledgement from the world of food, and there's nothing better than that. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a plaque, it doesn't matter if it's a spoon or a gold medal around your neck. You know, sure. What you've been able to achieve is greatness, and hopefully, this panel, every single one of us may get there one day.
Love that answer. What about you, JJ? What do you think?
To be honest, as a rising star, that was always a goal in my life to get on that list, and now to get to the next list, I don't to be best chef of New York. I think is really tough, so I'll keep pushing myself to try to get there. But if I ever win, I don't need them to give me anything. I think just the honor of being a James Beard winner and getting on the stage and thanking who you want to thank and walking away. I don't need the medallion. I don't need it. I'm good. I probably won't even be able to speak.
Okay, Justin, you're in the finals there, and your former boss, Wiley Dufresne, is he giving you some advice?
No, he hasn't reached out to me yet. I believe you do get a medal. Also, one other thing is that whenever my name is mentioned in press now, they always tack on the James Beard nominee thing. So that's something that's going to kind of follow your career throughout. Once you're nominated, you're that gets tacked onto your name. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. So I want to ask each of you this, because I don't know if you folks have press folks that reached out to us and that's how we got you committed to the show, or if you saw the notice and so does it change you? Do you have to go out and get somebody to help you book interviews and do those kinds of things? Have you had to go to that level, JJ?
Yeah, I had to go to that level. I mean, just being in a mark first. There's never been anybody from Harlem ever nominated for a James Beard Award.
Wow.
That in Harlem from a restaurant. And people call all the time for things, so it just had to I needed somebody to kind of weed it out, which I think is a great thing. I think chefs are superheroes now, so it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get somebody else.
Wow. So you're going to be fending off appearances then. What about you, Justin? You getting some help, or are you doing it alone?
Yeah, we had some help. I mean, I spend most of my time in the kitchen, so yeah, we do have some people reach out, kind of do some things for us and talk to some people.
Is that a necessary evil these days, Frank? And I probably shouldn't even call it necessary evil, but is it really what's required for those in the industry that are still, moving and shaking, setting trends, and being honored by their colleagues with something like the James Beard? Have we moved to a level where chefs really are somewhat celebrities and need a press corps or press team around them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it has been a part of the restaurant industry for the last at least 10, 15 years. You've been seeing it more and more often, and the smaller the restaurants are now beginning to take on a public relations firm or a social media manager of some sort. But if the chef is going to remain in the kitchen and continue to inspire staff, he's not going to be out there doing every single one of his Twitter feeds and reaching out to the press 100%. And answering every single question. It's not that it's not that simple for someone to remain on top of all of those things. So yeah, you do need a little bit of help.
Sure. I'd like to ask you, I know James Beard is like we talk about the Oscars of the industry, but there's also a lot of lesser, awards, competitions, and things to do. Do you see value as a chef to get engaged into whether it's a local competition or national or try to put your name out there competing, and the value to make yourself a better chef and everything, aside from, James Beard is also reactive, but these are more proactive. Justin, do you see value in that? Do you do that? Do you compete besides that in the past?
Not really. I mean, I kind of compete with myself every day with the food we put out. Like, that's really what I focus on, is the kitchen, and I think that's what's gotten me this far is focusing on the food that we put out in the kitchen.
Okay, JJ.
Yeah, I've been asked to do like Top Chef, and I've turned it down. I think the food, I got to go with Justin. Like, I let the food speak for me, and it's done a good job so far. But I think like lists like, Zagat 30 under 30 or Forbes 30 under 30 or any of those kind of like little lists that you can kind of get on. Well, Forbes or Zagat's not really little, but any of those lists that you can kind of get on actually help bring awareness to what you're doing. So it can bring more guests to the restaurant, bring more awareness to the cooking style that you're doing.
Frank, do you agree with that, or you're the opposite?
No, I actually agree with both of the chefs. There is a local competition in Las Vegas that goes on, and it's not in the press's eye, really. It's called the Back of House Brawl. And after service at 2 o'clock in the morning, we all meet in a parking lot and challenge each other to a cookout, and each one of us takes over a food truck. We have 30 minutes to make a couple of dishes and bring them out to a couple of other chef judges, and these are just industry people that attend this kind of stuff, and it's fun. We drink beers, and we're in a parking lot, and we're cooking on food trucks, and it's just getting down to the salt.
I love it. You got to let me know. I want to come and be a guest judge on that one. I'd love to do that. That sounds awesome.
Can I come
not
and cook?
in the national spotlight. That's not in the media spotlight. That's just, hey, who's going this week?
We love all of the information you guys have shared with us today. We can see why each and every one of you is a winner in the eyes of the James Beard Award. Justin Woodward, J.J. Johnson, and Frank Fronda, thank you so much for joining us on the We Sell Restaurants radio show. Remember, we are the industry leader in restaurants for sale, franchise restaurant resales, and site location for the food service industry. We are franchising nationwide. If you have interest in our brand, contact us online at WeSellRestaurants.com.